John 4 and 24 is a very deep verse that needs to be understood on a much deeper level. Be honest, some of us didn't even know what it means to worship in spirit outside of the customary teachings from the church. Most would say worshiping in spirit means to worship the Most High with your mind, body, and soul. And they wouldn't be wrong. But that's too generalized to really grasp the entire meaning. To understand this verse on a more practical level, we need to delve a little deeper. Obviously, when we speak of spirit, we're talking about a very real yet unseen phenomenon. We all know there's a physical realm and a spiritual realm. That which can be seen and that which cannot. Thus, it is or should be obvious that our thoughts manifest in the spiritual realm. And this is very important. This is what Ephesians 6 and 12 is speaking of when it speaks of the spiritual forces we battle with. Our mind is attached to the spiritual realm and our body to the physical. So everything we do starts out as a thought, starts out in the spiritual realm. This is the meaning of Matthew 5 and 28. When you're looking, when we look at a woman with lust in our heart, we've sinned against the spirit. There's intention there. Thinking what we would do to her. That's in the spirit. You see, there are two key words in understanding the spirit and how we worship the Most High in spirit. Those two words are intent and consent. Intent is what the Most High judges. Consent is what the adversary is after. For the Most High, why you did it carries more weight than what you did. Now, this is not to suggest that right and wrong aren't important, but the Most High's thoughts are higher than our thoughts. So we need to understand and appreciate that. For example, we know stealing is a sin. But if a person is backed into a corner and decides to steal a pack of chicken to feed his family, his biggest sin isn't the theft. It's his lack of faith in the Most High. You see, his intent wasn't personal gain or greed. It was to do something he's commanded to do. And that is take care of his family. I'd venture to say the person he stole from, who obviously has a lot, will carry some of the burden also, and not offering to help this person down on their luck. The Most High judges all angles. So your intentions are very, very important. And those intentions are how you worship the Most High. People who do good deeds because they say, God will bless me for doing that good deed, are usually doing right, looking for a reward. Blessings come when you do things because it's the right thing to do. You do them from the heart. And you do them with gladness. Personally, I always have a problem doing things for people who think they're using me. But to combat that, I remind myself how many times I've tried to use the Most High. What makes me think I'm better than the Most High? It's only a struggle because our sinful nature. I mean, if you can afford to do it, why not do it? This is why the Most High gave us free will, so he could judge our intentions. And our intentions is how we worship the Most High in spirit. Earlier I said there were two words that deal with the spiritual. Hopefully I kind of covered intentions. And the other word I said was consent. Excuse me, I was drinking some water. Consent is as important as intent. Consent means you're at least okay with, if not agreeable to, something or someone. When you don't like something, you don't consent to it. Consent, like intent, works off your freedom of choice, your free will. The Most High does not force you to do anything. The adversary can't make you do anything. So he looks for consent. Consent can be as easy as drinking a beer, smoking a blunt, or lusting after a female. You get it? When you lust, that opens a door. The beer you drink opens a door. You pull up porn on the internet, you open a door. Again, Matthew 5:28. You open up doors with your intent. When that intent manifests itself in the physical realm, it offers consent. The thing is, you can actually consent to something unknowingly. Read that second line where it says consent can be implicit as long as it's not based on omissions. This means they don't have to be straightforward to gain your consent, as long as they show or tell you in some way. This is where the witchcraft takes place. If you allow your children, for instance, to watch the Disney Channel, you've given your consent. You've opened a door. But again, they have to show you somehow what they're about. Whether you see it or not is up to you. This is why they show you things in movies and television. To gain your implicit consent. There are universal laws and spiritual laws. Nothing can ever happen by chance. They can only play on our perception. But at the end of the day, to keep power, they have to get your consent. Do you really believe these so-called stars, fallen angels, do these things just for fun? No. They're showing you who they are, what they represent. And if you're still a fan, that's consent. This thing is way deeper than we could ever imagine. The television, entertainment, technology, education, and religion is their greatest weapon. Trust me, it's not easy to control 7 billion people without the help of some of us who are willing to sell out to get us, on board. Just remember, consent opens the door, but intent can decide if the door stays open. Peace.